Hello. Hey, Bob. How you going, mate? Oh, man, I am a little bit tired, but we're here. So, just trying to remember what we were up to last time. Going all right today? Nice. That's the way. I think where we were up to was we need to finish the details on the dead world eater. So all the metallics in his gut and that sort of thing. His undersuit. Need to make his leg look like it's been burnt off or something. Evening Shell. Hey, Twisted. How you going, mate? And then once we do that, it's gonna be snow on everything. I think that's all that we'll need to do. Just snow on everything, do the rim, and then snow on the night. Hey, Technic. Why have you started using all the emotes that Reese uses? Such weird emotes as well. Are these just like YouTube comment emotes? They are. Why are the YouTube emotes so fucking weird? Hey, so what colors do we need to use first? Because YouTube, I see. Fair enough. So we're gonna need for colors, start off with, maybe just lead belcher for the pipes, and then, making gyoza. Oh, nice. You are hand making gyoza, or you just got some pre-done stuff that you're frying up? Yeah, I reckon it'll go lead belcher for the tubes and pipes and stuff, and then just Corvus Black for the undersuit, just to keep it nice and simple. Don't need to go too extreme. And then I think we're just straight onto the snow. Righto. Cool. Got some from Virtual Agent Mark that the guy suggested. Oh, right, nice. Yeah, Asian supermarkets go hard. So much good shit in there. Got some truffle hot sauce coming soon, and you fucking stoked. That sounds really nice. I don't know how detailed I want to go with this body we've got. But we'll see. Start off doing it relatively simply, and then we can always go further if it looks a bit underwhelming. Just gotta make sure I get rid of all the blue that's visible. I think for those sections in there, I'll do them in our Corvus Black, because that's all part of the undersuit. So we're just trying to do all of the pipes, metal pieces. In the lead belcher. Roughly 30 hours into your Eldar army, 30 to 35. Righto, and how much progress have you made? Because I know that you've been going through your fire dragons, and have you done your swooping hawks, any of them? Or are they ones that you're still working, or you're still sort of sitting back on them? Oop, nearly dropped my... nearly dropped the base. That wouldn't have been good. Combat Patrol, Avatar, 4 Fire Dragons, and finishing up 5 Rangers. Right, so when you say the Combat Patrol, this is the old Combat Patrol, right? Because the new one hasn't come out yet. What was in the old Combat Patrol? Wraithlord, Farseer, and Guardians. Oh, wow, okay. Wait, it had a Wraithlord in it? That's awesome. And 6 Windriders. Are those the guys on the jet bikes? Okay, under normal circumstances, I would want to do something special with a plasma pistol, but like, it's a decorative body on a base, and also the plasma pistol is snapped in half. So I'm just gonna make it look like a metal thing so that it's not too eye-catching. Just make it part of the thing. Because it's in a sort of hard to see spot as well. Just want it to blend in. Not really too fussed about it being crazy looking. That's good enough for me for the pistol. So now some Orvis Black just to do our undersuit sections. Also, how realistic do you think it is, or how doable do you think it would be to try to make, when like adding snow and stuff, how doable do you think it would be to make like icicles dripping off the knight in certain parts? Like, how would you go about that? Would you get like some super glue or something and like tool it down and then hold still, let it set, and then like let it set in a string and then snap the tool off it and then paint that like that? Do you think that's the best way to do that sort of thing? use UV epoxy for that sort of effect. Use a tiny bit of fishing line to let the epoxy run down it from an icicle effect, or icicle-like effect because of how thick it was, then cured it with the line. Right, okay. I don't have anything like that. But is food for thought. I might pick up some fishing line at some point. Seems like a very useful thing to have for hobbying. Into red and it looks like dripping gore too. Right, yeah. 'Cause I've seen people do that sort of thing using Yoo-hoo glue instead. But I don't know how different the Yoo-hoo glue is from just like standard super glues. It seems like it has a lot, it seems like it's a lot tackier, so you can really like stretch it around and stuff. AK wet effect is reliable. It's so many things that people recommend that I'm like, yep, I don't have that. Yep, I don't have that. Yep, I don't have that. Use 2-part epoxy Gorilla Glue might work as well. I don't have the Gorilla 2-part. I've got the Gorilla regular super glue. But yeah, Araldite might be better for having like controlled setting of it, because it would go very brittle. So you can get some, like, you can probably tool it quite nicely. About 5 minutes to set and 24 hours to harden. Yeah, I mean, you can also get much faster working versions of that. Want to hear how your day has gone so far? Righto, hit me, agent. How's your day been? so it's taking a while to come out. I'm scared. Just got all your stuff ready to paint after quite a while, and you're happy with the results, so you jump to the joy and you hold a big yippee, and then you realize you just spilled an entire pot of contrast paints on your desk. Yikes. Man, contrast is the worst one to spill as well, because that shit is liquid. The mini's fine. But I need to ask the important question now. Did you actually jump with joy and yell a big yippee? Because if so, that's fucking awesome. Did in fact jump with joy and yell yippee only if your hearts to drop if your heart to instantly drop in your pants to turn brown. That's fucking awesome. I am sorry for your loss, but that is so good. But yeah, the brown is not the paint either. Yeah, I gathered as much. But yeah, were the minis all right? Yeah, your minis look great. Nice. And as long as they escape the carnage of the spilt contrast paint, you're chilling. Yo, hey Jesus. I think that's all of the little undersuit parts that we missed. Oh, actually, shoulder joint here. Well, the shoulder joint is kind of mangled, so I might make that like an open wound. Because I had to sort of fuse two parts together with sprues and stuff. I can either just paint this all black and just try to mask it, or I can make that an open wound. We'll try and make it an open wound, and if we don't like it, we can just fuse it all together with black. Make it hard to see. Now, how do you reckon we should do the severed foot? Should we make it look like it was burnt off, just cauterize it, or should we try to make it look like it was actually severed and then have like fleshy collars? Little help has arrived to sit on your shoulder, purr in your ear as you paint and get cat hair on the basis. Hey, well, he's just adding texture. What's everyone doing? Yeah, not bad. How are you, Phobic? I get a tiny bit of this sort of orange red over here. How does this look? Maybe what we do, we paint that white, and then we try to turn it orange. And then we can maybe try to do some stuff with super glue to get like frozen liquids going. Okay, we'll let that set, and then we'll come back to that. One sec, I'm actually just going to quickly go grab my super glue. Fine, I don't need to go anywhere. Right here. Thought it was over at the other workstation. Okay, because essentially what I want to try... And I might actually test it out somewhere else first. What I want to try is I want to see if I'm able to sort of tool it into looking like an icicle. So I'll just try it on here. I get a tiny bit, like a little blob on there. I hang it. Am I able to pull it out? Surface tension. It seems like the surface tension is a little too good. It doesn't really stretch thin. Yeah, it doesn't really want to stretch out super thin. Yeah, I reckon fishing line might be the way to go. Because that way it has something to adhere to. Or something to follow. I don't think I've got any fishing line here. I've got a section of a guitar string, but it's not one of the transparent ones. I think it'd be too visible. But I can at least use this to test to see if the fishing line would work with the super glue or if I need something else. Here we go. Lob on there. And then we can drag it down and get it nice and thin to a point. Yeah, fishing line would be the way to go. But I don't have any at the moment. I feel like I have so many bits, and there's always a thing that I'm looking for that I don't have. Quite frustrating. Okay, so I guess we'll go back to painting his severed foot. Oh man, the white still has not dried there. I thought for sure it would have dried by now. And now I got super glue all over my fingers. Awesome. I think I might have a little bit of super glue under my fingernail. That's fucking painful. Oh, yeah, you can see kind of here, index finger. When I pull it down, right hand side comes down fine. Left hand side is fused. I think the super glue is going over the top of the nail down onto the front. Ow. Hey, Gavin? Love sniffing super glue. Look, super glue is fine, but plastic cement is where it's at. Okay, I've bitten a chunk of the super glue away. Better. Still not perfect. Alright, yeah, I don't think I'm getting the rest of this. We'll get it later. It's no longer incredibly uncomfortable. Okay. Now, what were we doing? Alright, waiting for the paint on his leg to dry so that we can make it more red-ish. Get the... for the good technical paint as well. Because for this, at least, I was wanting to apply it to the surface of the ice underneath him. Let's see how that turns out. If I remember correctly, the blood for the blood god is essentially relatively thick and transparent red. Yeah, I reckon that'll be good. So, we'll start off over here on his other leg, his other severed leg, just so that we can see how it looks. Probably a little bit thick. A little bit of water, and just see if we can really... pull that out a bit. Hello peeps, hey Silver. Brush mark there, so I might just see if I can put a drop of water around that. Just try to smooth it out so that we can't see the brush marks anymore. And I'm glad I did this in a more inconspicuous spot because I reckon we need to give it a little bit of body before we do this because it looks kind of shit when it's just flat on there. What I might do for the other leg is put a bit of super glue around there so that it has a bit of body sitting on top of the ice. Migraines suck, nothing worse. Yeah, I used to get so many migraines like through high school and shit. It was fucking horrible. Yeah, I haven't had one in a very long time, thankfully, but yeah, they are so bad. They just put you out of action. It's just like, until you throw up, I feel like the moment you throw up, it's like resurrection, but until you get there, it's just horrible. Found out that you're part of a very exclusive club that gets migraines and cluster headaches, so that's fun. What the fuck is a cluster headache? I hope I never get one of those, whatever that is. Oh, I might actually be able to get a drip going between these. That'd be good. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, is that it? I think I might have it. Oh, it's falling away. Can I? Okay, I'll need to tool it back over. Oh, there we are. Look at that. That's beautiful right there. I need to stop touching this now. Just let it set. Maybe turn it upside down so that it stops falling towards the base. Cluster headache and a migraine are essentially the same thing, but they typically differ in where you feel its effect. Cluster headaches tend to happen right behind your eyes. I think in that case, that must be the sort of thing that I get. Oh fuck, I accidentally broke the connection between the two blobs. Oh, I shouldn't have touched it. Why did I touch it? Alright, well, in that case, what we'll need to do this in 2 sets. We'll do our pool and we'll do the drip, and then once they dry, we'll connect them. Yeah, I reckon this will be good. Just need to let the super glue dry, and then once that's dried, we'll add another blob of super glue, connects this little drip coming off his leg to the pool. And then we'll go over all of that with our Blood for the Blood God. In the meantime, I might try apply a little bit of this Blood for the Blood God on some of the skulls. Might move this over onto our wet palette so that we can thin it down a bit. I've got to talk about migraines. You suffer from a permanent migraine. You've had it since 1996 to present. Holy shit, that is fucked. Jeez. Just want to see if I can make it look like blood is sort of running from his back down through the skulls. So I want to have it sort of deeper in and like following the channels down. Oh, I just realized this was like completely out of focus. Let's fix that. There we are. Can use Elmer's clear glue to make my frozen lake look like it's ice covered. I don't have Elmer's clear glue. But essentially what I'm gonna do, I reckon, is just put a satin varnish over the lot of it. I don't have much confidence in giving it an even finish. If I were to put something like PVA over it to give it a physical, like give it body, I feel like if I were to put PVA over it, it would have zero, like it would be uneven and it wouldn't look like ice anymore. I'm quite liking the streaks of blood coming down the skulls. Looks quite nice. Follow the channels between the skulls to make it look like it ran down. this is a bit thick here, so then we'll get a bit of water on our brush. Ranges are finished. Nice. Took 4.5 hours. Quiet you. Technic, you can't just go, oh, ranges are done. Took 4.5 hours, by the way. No biggie. Just did multiple minis in 4.5 hours. I am out here in the trenches. Like, this base alone, this one base alone is going to take probably more than double that. I feel like there's a lot of time for 5 models. Shut up! 4.5 hours is not a lot of time for 5 models. You freak. That is insane speed. I don't want to hear it. It is literally nothing. Exactly. Welcome, by the way, Sunju. Glad you're here to back me up when I need you most. Has this dried now? Not yet. Still a little wet. Won't be online any of Thursday, US time. It's the 4-year anniversary of your mum passing away. That's alright, mum. That's right, mate. Need some time to yourself. Fully understand. That'll be family time. Check minis when you have a sec. Yeah, one moment. I'll just finish doing the blood pools, and then I'll have a look. I have your airbrush station. Got it? Actually, that wound on his shoulder actually turned out looking really nice. Quite like that. I was expecting it to be kind of shit, but man, this blood for the blood god stuff, really good paint. Setting down, talk to you all later. Right, I'll catch you later, Silver. Heard good things about blood for the blood god. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be this nice, but it yeah, it's really good. I really like how it's made that wound on his shoulder look. What's the best cheaper brand of primer for miniatures? I'm not sure. I've only used the Citadel rattle cans and the Vallejo liquid that I use in my airbrush, so I can't say. I'm sure there's plenty of options. But in terms of result, I really enjoy using the Vallejo stuff because since I use it out of my airbrush, it gives such a nice, even finish. You don't get any of the speckliness that you get out of a rattle can, and you get a lot more control. But that's not exactly a cheap option because it requires an airbrush. Grab some Rust-Oleum or something. Isn't Rust-Oleum normally a gloss finish though? Don't you generally want something that's more matte in a primer? Or does it not really matter too much? Intensity or something, just any cheap plastic grade matte spray paint? Right, fair enough. Oh, nearly dropped the, oh my god, I nearly just dropped the base in my wet palette. Okay. That was scary. Oh, I'll check the minis tab since someone technical to have a look. The ranges. Just gotta open up full-size image of it. It upsets me that he does that. He does 5 of them in 4.5 hours. Okay, I think I can now afford to get a little bit more super glue. And try to bridge between the puddle. How did I save that? I'm just built different. Just need to bridge the puddle on the base to the drip on his leg. Oh, there we are. Look at that. Beautiful. Now I just need to let that dry. What can we do in the meantime? In the meantime, let's get some varnish. The options will be our gloss and satin varnish. I feel like we probably don't want to gloss varnish the ice because it might be too reflective. So we'll start off with a satin varnish, and if we don't like it, we can go gloss. Ink rating? What? Where did this come from? Whoa, crazy. Cat walked on the keyboard. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, no, cats, they like to walk on the keyboard. Crazy he typed that out. Impressive. Ask what to do as we wait. Oh, right. Okay. Um, appreciate the suggestion. Maybe a pass on that one. Gotta wait for Commissar to show up, you know? Cat has the most mischievous smile at all times. That photo of him sitting there still haunts me. Like, I see that photo of your cat sitting there, Technic, and I look at it and I'm like, that is a man. Like, that is not a cat. It's just what he does. Like, there is something going on inside that dome, inside that noggin. Like, he knows something. In a bust, you okay, Smith? You good? You about to blow. Yo, chat, you'll hear Joe Pixon is quitting? Yeah, crazy. We've lost a great artist today. They're on the path to recovery from gooning. Really was creative. Agreed. Ignore me, bro. I'm in a funny mood tonight. Yeah, I would never would have guessed. back in like 2 years as you met. It just needs some time to decompress, to sort of like escape, because I feel like being a like just non-stop like being pressured to make porn would do like crazy shit to your mental. Like you would just burn out. I do not blame them. Didn't know how cool the art of Howling Banshees was. I haven't. What do you mean the art? As in like the box art, or just like general like official or fan art, or what? And only goon so much to your supply. I feel like, do you think it's even possible to goon to your own art? I feel like surely you cannot get turned on by your own stuff, because it's like you see all of the imperfections in it. You're like, yep, that line's wrong, that line's wrong, the color's a bit fucked here. Yep. I feel like it's impossible for a like no? Well, you can too much come here, not enough there. What? Yeah, no, I feel like I feel like those are issues though. Like those are issues where it's like that would make it harder for you to enjoy it. Where it's just like you spend so long looking at the same shit. Where it's just like, oh, okay, I've been looking at this frame for 7 hours. I cannot like. I hate this. I cannot do this anymore. Someone who has painted a bust, you are not attracted to your work. That's what I would imagine it would be like. Bloodborne stream wed. Don't have a PlayStation. They're literally impossible because Bloodborne is never getting ported to anything. Check the art for the Banshee. So when you say the art as in the box art, or what Howling Banshee art are we talking about? What do we think? Do we like the satin varnish, or do you think we go a little bit shinier for the ice? I'll do a little bit of gloss varnish elsewhere so that we can have a point of comparison, but I think the satin is good. I think the gloss might be a bit too much. Official art. It's in art. Oh, okay, hang on, let's see. Oh, right, yeah. That's, well, I mean, that's not official. That's not art. You know, that's a frame from the Dawn of War 3 trailer. Yeah, no, I've seen that before. Like, there's a full video of that. Like, that moves. That's a screen cap from a trailer. Emulator works, but for it to be working well, you need a few mods. Right. It's from Dawn of War 3, it's still art. Oh yeah, no, I understand, but it's just like the way you're describing it. I thought it was going to be like a I thought you were suggesting that it was going to be like a painted piece or something like that, like concept art. But yeah. Still art, just not drawn or painted like I seen his art. Oh no, yeah, I understand. It's just like the way you phrased it made me think that it was going to be like a you know, like a single image. Well, I guess it's you know what I mean though. Hey, is this glue dry yet? No, it's still tacky. Damn. Alright, while we wait for that glue to dry, I guess let's figure out how we're going to do the snow effect. Because there's a few ways we can do this. I do have basing materials for snow. Like, I can go and put a bunch of, a lot of this shit over this stuff. In fact, I kind of want to try that, just see what it looks like. You get some Banshees. Surprising you don't have your favorite aspect trend. Right, yeah, no, Howling Banshees are so cool. They're not my favorite, though. My favorite are Warp Spiders. I'd say, for me, Warp Spiders, then Howling Banshees. Oh, shit. They just pulled the lid off that. Oh. That's... Oh, man. There's gonna be powder everywhere. Uh-oh. How the fuck do I open this without it going everywhere? One sec, I'm gonna go open this not in my room so that it doesn't just spray powder everywhere. I'll be right back. I'm back. I get that too, mad. You twos get that limited edition type shit. That's fucked up. Be like Banshees, Hawks, Spiders, Dragons, Reapers, and then Scorpions last. Okay, so, I think what I want to do is a little bit of grass. Actually, we'll do the grass last. Okay. Reapers are low purely because of their head. I can't even think of what Dark Reapers look like. Okay, so now let's smooth this as flat as we can. The best way to do this might just be to break this over the surface like this. Rid of the excess and just keep doing that so that it's very, very thin coat. Then what we can do get our snowy shit. Let's change our focus about there. Let's just see how this goes. So, scoop a lot of this onto here. Just tap it back off. Black gamer grass, moss for 2mm, light green 6mm, and iron painter, winter tuft. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I like having these, like the little little effects. Yeah, quite nice. Okay, I think this could be good, and we get a little bit of it on the we apply a little bit to the ice as well. Spin that round. Have our excess back in there. Okay, now I don't know how thick I want to go with the snow all over the place. I might cut back a little bit on the snow. Essentially, I'll just use the very tip of this tool just to apply tiny bits to the most exposed parts of these rocks. It's got accepted for a beta test of a game and then didn't play it purely so one other person could. That's fucked up. Devilish behavior. Honestly, I think I actually quite liked having the large clump of snow there. So what I might do is just get a big blob of PVA, drop it in there. It adds a bit of texture that we didn't have elsewhere. So the snow isn't just a flat dusting over everything else. It honestly makes sense to have it sort of building up in the cracks underneath our, like underneath all these pebbles. Putting some PVA in the gaps there. And then actually Filling it with snow would be quite nice. Aspire to be that level of petty. It's fucked up. Love when the painting tutorials like here's how to have the best looking models at your local game store. You got your local game store won best in show at LVO. Oosh. Yeah. Sometimes the competition is just too fierce. I reckon we can do a blob of PVA over here. Get some snow on that one. Really make it look so easy, or they'll say it's beginner tutorial, and then and then they say you need an airbrush or some shit. Yeah, I was supposed to have every paint known to man. I only have the beginner's set. Yep, that is definitely a mood when you're watching the tutorials, and they're like, and now we're just gonna use these 6 paints, and it's like, oh, okay, only 6 paints, awesome. Then you watch a different tutorial, and it's like, we'll use these 6 paints, and then none of them are the previous 6 you used. And it's like, what the fuck? Shit pile is coming along well, you see? It is. The shit pile is coming along quite well. Okay, I must say, I don't know if I'm a fan of this stuff that I'm adding to it. I was hoping it'd start to come together as I added more, but I think I need to paint white before I even add more of this shit. Bad for Roblox for racism against British people. Didn't even know British was a race. Alright, let's see. If I can pull all this shit off, then I'm gonna try. And we'll see if we can add some white dry brushing beforehand and then just use this for texture rather than just trying to use this as the exclusive way that we get the snow. What about kit bashing and instrumental? I think but those cost 50 just for one. Yeah, I've heard that the guard, like it is not cheap to build a guard army. I reckon what we'll do is we'll just try to dry brush the snow on for the most part and then just build up texture here and there with the get the gamer grass stuff rather than just trying to do all of it with that. Let's just check on our blood drip here. Is it dry yet? No, it is not. It is still tacky. And super glue takes a very long time to set when you give it body. May as well scrape out this PVA while I'm at it. Now, surely this PVA hasn't set. No, okay, cool. I don't want this PVA to get on my brush when I'm going through and trying to do that. What I might do actually is we'll just pop the lid back on that so I don't accidentally knock it over and get this snow shit everywhere. See if we can clean this up. Man. So sad that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I think it should be salvageable though. Get any miniature dioramas? I have not. The closest thing I've made to dioramas is bases like these. I do really like the way the skull pile has turned out, though. I think that one's turned out quite nicely. But I guess what we'll do is, while we let all the PVA in this corner dry, we'll get our dry brushes out, and some whites and greys, and we'll start trying to do this section here, see if we can get something nice going. One sec. I'm just going to quickly tidy up this space here. I've got lots of crap everywhere. Take your flatmate. Yeah. What does that mean? Fell asleep before I left to get food. You go to find him and he's just asleep. Look, he's a bit eat. Cut him some slack. Alright, I'm cutting the line. Who wants some? I just kicked up some particles there. Not loudly. Ugh, man. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna go fill my glass of water, and then we'll come back and we'll try make the snow effect on this. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we'll see if we can figure it out. Okay, I'm back. Hello, Lael. What's the base for? The base is for this guy. Oh, how's it completely out of focus? Yeah, for that guy there. So we're in the process of making the base snowy, and then we're going to put snow on the mini itself as well. Okay, so to that end, we're going to need dry brushes first of all. brushes and white paint. Mic is pretty quiet. Oh, that's because I was leaning away. By the way, I got this one for you, Loyal. That one's for you. But I reckon, sea grey. What sort of color is this? Okay, don't need that. That's not going to be very useful for snow. How about this? Again, probably not what we want for snow, although that is a good color. I think I'll be using that one more. I guess it's just going to be Gracia, Corax White, and maybe Fenrisian Grey. No, even when I'm close, it's quiet. Is it? It still seems to be a fair bit louder than the, desktop audio, no? I can push it up a little bit. But, like, if I push it up here, I'm starting to go into the, like, I'm getting close to peaking from the looks of it. I can sit it here for a little bit. But these are just the normal settings, and they've been fine in previous streams. Don't know. Well, let's just see with the Fenrisian Grey. That's much better? Righto. That can be a lower tone for the snow. Mid-tone. White. Hang on, is it just me, or is Corax White not actually white? Corax White isn't even white, it's grey. I've only realized this now that I have Vallejo Whites, but hang on. Corax White is grey because this is white. What the fuck? I never even knew. That's crazy. Okay. The more you know. I guess I won't need the Fenrisian Grey, because we'll have the Corax White as our blue tone, as our mid-tone. So we'll go Gracia, Corax White, Vallejo White. Okay. Now, I'm wondering if I want to dry brush this, or if I just want to stipple it with a shitty brush. Yeah, maybe I just stipple it with a brush that I don't care that much about. We'll start off with a bit of This one here. White Scar is GW's white. Oh, okay. The more you know. Actually, I do think I want to dry brush it. Yeah, I definitely want to dry brush. Because that's like that's the action that I'm starting to go for. And I can stipple it with a dry brush as well. That being the case, I may as well just use the dry brushes from the beginning. Beautiful. May actually be able to finish a model for the first time in weeks and know it's not the night, you know? Well, I mean, finishing anything is a good start. Oh, this is good. I like this. I like this already. This is the effect we want. Way better than that shit. Blech. Your eyes have been opened to grey primer. Yeah, my eyes were opened to white primer with this. Get a little bit more of my grey sear on the palette. And so I essentially just need to aim for the bits that are directly exposed to the sky. So I'm just going to go from straight above, just in circular motions. Favorite model I've painted so far? Good question. I think it probably has to be my Questoris Knight. Like that is my baby. Okay, so now we'll go in with our mid-tone. So this is the Corax white now. Just hit the same areas a little bit more gently and I guess more isolated. Not going to try to hit as much space with them. Probably if we just stipple it on actually. Gonna need to get into the recesses, but I think that this is looking pretty good in general. I'm gonna need to use a regular brush to get into the recesses. But it should be pretty good. Then if I get a bit more moisture on my brush, and then pick up our brightest white, just going to really just stipple it through there. Bear in mind, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing here. I have no idea how to make this look like it's got snow on it. But I think that this is a good start. Yeah, like, I think this isn't bad. Again, we'll need to use a finer brush to get into the recesses there, but I think that's pretty good. Asbestos. I mean, you're not wrong. That probably would look like snow. Okay, so now we just do all that again. So we'll pick up our grey sear. Get it nice and uneven, and we'll just stipple it on the top of the skull pile here. I guess the way I'd want to do it is if I go like this, then theoretically that should only hit the upward facing parts of the skulls. think that's going to look good. I like it. Ooh, I wonder if the super glue here has dried yet. Still a little bit wet. Almost there. Need to be careful to avoid hitting that with my dry brush because I don't want to get wet super glue on my brush. Yeah, we're almost there, and then we'll be able to get a really nice frozen blood drip. Let's pick up some Corax White for our mid-tone. And then we pick up our bright white. Played any games recently? Haven't played the tabletop at all. In terms of like games in general, I don't play a lot of games. My gaming pretty much is just stuff that I play with my friends. So I'll play things like League of Legends, or I've been playing fighting games recently, so things like Guilty Gear and Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising. But yeah, other than that, haven't really been playing a lot of different games lately. Might be going on a bit thick here. See if I can just wipe some of that away. Bit more and just start brushing that onto these rocks here. Okay, I think what I might do, honestly, for the bits where it's like right around the edge of the rocks, I might just put a bead of PVA around that and then get that snowy textured shit in there. You can just buy the Lehman Rust tank and just use the cannons to stick on top of RC cars. This is a scary upgrade for some RC cars. I do like the way I've got the blood here looking like it's sort of washing the snow away. I like that effect. I think that's very cool. You are a god. What have you done? What have you accomplished? Got lost in time painting pace. Right. And all of a sudden you remembered you left a baguette in the oven. Go think it's burnt to crisp and it's perfectly cooked. I see. The perfect internal clock. Okay, so now just get a bit more of our Corax white and then our white. And also what I actually want to do, but I forgot, was I was going to my glue. Here's my glue. I was going to add a little bit of gamer grass, actual grass, to the to this bit here. Because it's looking a little bit lonely. Now what do we want? Big tuft or small tuft? I reckon we go big tuft. We'll go over here. That doesn't obstruct any view of other details. So just a little bit of glue right there. I say we grab this one here. We set him down like that. Beautiful. And we'll dry brush a little bit of snow onto the tips of the grass there. And so our goal here is we just want to get a little bit of color variation on these panels here. I think just like the little dashes of brighter white help give it depth, make it look really nice. And let's see if we can just also wet the brush a bit with some more paint and just tag the tips of our grass. There we are. Okay, and so now we'll get a little bit of our white just for our brightest bits. You want to homebrew rules for Gretchen writing squigs in 40k? Would be very cool. Gretchen need more love. They exist for more than just kicking. Like, being kicked is one of their primary reasons to exist, but there's more to them than that. Hey, honestly, I'm pretty happy with how the snow is looking. I reckon we just get a little brush, we do the little bits that I couldn't reach around here, and then I think we're probably good to do the blood drip on his leg, and then snowify our knight. I can't think of anything else that I wanted to do. Okay. So now let's do the rim for the base. Love this part. I love rimming. Cannot tell me otherwise. Yeah, I reckon a nice clean black rim will just help the help it all stand out a bit. Just got to be careful not to go over the lip of it. Chelsea likes my nail polish. Awesome. Good to know that I've become family entertainment. I don't know how I'm gonna give this a nice smooth top edge, because I don't know if you can see, it's sort of wibbly on the top there. I think it's partially because there's actually a layer of PVA, sort of makes it uneven. I reckon we'll just not worry too much about the first coat, and then when we come back around for the second coat, we'll clean it up. Just need to be careful not to go over the top edge too much. It's a pain to fix. Slash not really fixable. I've done it a little bit, but it's not too bad. awkward trying to find a way to hold this without touching the rim of it, because it's such a big base, but it's not tall at all, so I don't really have anything to grab onto, so I'm forced to like one finger on this guy's head and then the other just like loosely in the middle of the base. Thankfully he's got spikes on his head, so I can sort of dig them into my finger and then pivot the model on the spikes. Yeah, first coat on the rim is always a little bit messy, a little bit gross looking, but when you come back through for the second pass, it's so good. Ooh, that's a bit thin. If we can thicken that up a little bit, because that is just transparent. Man, how have we still not finished the first round of this thing? Well, it's time for a rim job yourself. Yeah, I hope you get yourself one, mate. And you enjoy that. Warp Spider's coming along so well. Nice. Yeah, I am very keen for the release of the Combat Patrol so that I can get me some Warp Spiders. Among other things. Oh shit. Accidentally went over the top lip there. Should be fine though. Paint was pretty transparent, so it's not going to make too much of an effect on the base. Better try out your new red. Oh yeah, what have you got? Is the Grand Blue Deluxe Edition worth getting? It's on sale at the moment. I don't know what it includes, but I would say I'm willing to say probably not. Deluxe editions are generally not worth getting. Unless it has like character passes included, in which case if there are characters that you think look cool, then I'd go for it. You can check minis to take a look. Yeah, I'll have a look in just a sec. Just want to finish the rim here. Comes with 6 DLC characters, but doesn't say which ones. Right. I'm not sure if... I think that might be all of them. I'm not sure. I can't remember which characters are DLC, like all of them. But, probably look up to see what the DLC characters for Grand Blue are, because I know there's 2B, I think Lucius, is that his name? There's bloody goddamn Wheezy, Verestugia, Vicola, Beatrice, guy with the axe. I think there might only be 6 DLC characters. I'd have a look though. Howdy, howdy. Hey, Rebellion. How you going, mate? You good? Been working on that A-Wing? Oh, righto. And how's it coming along? Currently cutting it apart in Blender to add guide holes. Right, okay. Yeah, I think that's the rim done. Just spin around, make sure there's no gross bits anywhere. Like this. Just sort of clean this up a little bit, taper that down. A bit better. over here as well. Bastard's gonna be like 2 feet long since you're printing out its studio scale. Jesus. What is with you and printing huge objects? And having sticking issues with your printer and your SAD. RIP. Yeah, I dread the day when I start having issues with my printer. Okay. But that's the rim done. Oh. Sorry, you're late. All good. How you going, Noah? Because you can, and because you can, you do. Alright, I'll have a look in the, What the fuck is that photo of your cat, Technic? Why does he look like that? That is not real. I only just saw... What the fuck is that photo? That is not a real animal. Like, that is a scary photo. You leave him alone? That's fucking terrifying. But let's see if the super glue has finally dried yet. No, we're just about there. It's very close to dry, and then we can do the blood pooling out of his leg. And Pip hears about this, he'll only start smiling more. I'm telling you, that is not a cat. That is a man. Okay, so we're gonna apply our little snow effect to the night now. He's planning something. He absolutely... That's not he's planning something. That's his plan is already in action. Like, something is happening unbeknownst to you. Like, you are already fucked. Like, that is the look he gives you before a piano falls on you. Tempted to make more studio scale versions once you're done with this one. How do you have the space to keep all these giant minis that you print? I guess they're not minis, these giant models that you print. Like, where do you keep all this shit? You said you had the space, right? Literal pile of garbage in the corner. Mountain of debris. Can we do the Millennium Falcon at studio scale because that's 5 feet long? Oh, okay, but a 2 foot long A-wing's fine. That's okay. That's within the acceptable range. Okay, so now we just get a little bit of Corax white here for our midtones for the snow. And then we'll finish it off with our bright white. And then we'll glue it all together. Oh, actually, no, we won't glue it all together because we'll need to do the blood for the blood god coming out of the guy's severed leg. I keep forgetting. All of this is a distraction so we can wait for the glue to dry. Got to be more sparing with our midtones. We're not trying to completely cover. Just trying to give some variation in our snow texture. kind of sad covering over some of these freehands with the snow, but at the same time, it's cool seeing them like peek through. Like, you know there's something there. And I think it'll be really cool once it's all on the base. Just a couple more hours to see if your retirement plan comes in tonight. Wish me luck. So it didn't come through last time? Just want to see if I can pull a little bit of this back. No, someone else got their retirement plan? Right. There we go, that's a bit better. Now you can see the remnants of the pattern peeking through. Honestly, I reckon that's good enough. I don't think we need to go for the brightest white. And so now, has this bloody god dang, what's it called? Has the glue dried yet? It has. So now... I love the total lack of curiosity about whatever you're talking about. Basically, like, whatever, Gavin, you're fucking weird. Look, I don't like to pry. I am happy for or sad. I'm happy for you or sad for you. Here we get a little bit of A little bit of water there just to thin that out. So what I was going to ask was, what do you mean someone else got their retirement plan? Like, if one person gets theirs, does that mean someone else doesn't get theirs? If you get it one of these days, you promise you'll buy a bunch of models when you come visit. I see. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, that ended up looking a bit more gruesome than I was expecting with the way it's like pooled below it. I was not expecting it to look that nasty. Jeez. Playing the lottery, 10 points? Right, okay. I don't know, I thought it was just like some weird fucking American bureaucratic shit happening. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But yeah, that's like, my mum will, she's like constantly in this lottery that the RSL holds. So the RSL's like, they do a lot of like veteran stuff. And they have a, like a lottery where you, like, every month someone gets paid out in either gold or a luxury apartment. And my mum's subscribed to it, and she's just like, every month she's like, oh, hey Jack, guess what? We're gonna be winning a luxury apartment on the Gold Coast. And it's like, oh yeah, is that right? Yeah. She's like, damn it, we didn't win it this time. We'll get him next month. Got your job won $1 million off the lottery about a month ago, the lucky bastard. That is very lucky. All right, yeah, I'm honestly, I know I just said this, but I'm actually a little off-put by the blob of glue covered in the blood for the blood god. Genuinely kind of off-putting. It's just like a mound of gore, and I don't think I like having it there. But, I think now it's time to glue it all together anyway. Be happy with a couple of extra grand. Be happy with a Big Mac. I'd be happy with anything. You think it looks fine? Oh, no, yeah, I think it looks good. But it's like, it's fucking gross. Now, I know that some of these toes aren't actually going to be in contact with the ground, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I say the rock effect is real nice. Yeah, I'm glad with how I'm happy with how the rocks came out with the snow only on the tops. Happy isn't a factor for you. You need hooker money. I see. Well, look, whatever floats your boat, whatever you need. And I'm sure those hookers need your money as well. That's a win-win. Sharing is caring. Need some money for those high quality escorts. Yeah, so we'll just sort of hold this here for a little bit while we let it dry. Okay. The mound of gore is masked underneath the knight enough that I don't have to look at it that much. But it is icky as hell. And it does look like it's frozen with the glob coming out of the car, or out of the ankle. That's sort of the glob of glue that's frozen. Yeah, nasty. Now, which way do we want him to be facing? We want him to be going like this, or like... Nah, this way is definitely better. I think the way I wanted to pose him was with the chainsword like that, like he's in the middle of turning. And then we train that way. And that sort of works with the way he's leaning as well. So we can have it like this. Yeah, I think I like that. Zoom this out a little bit. Oh, where's our focus? Focus is there, that's good. Textured snow for the base. I do have some textured snow on the base there. Yeah, and I'll have the this arm, I'll pull it out a little bit more for posing, but yeah. I think this will be really good. I think we've done well. Just need to let it dry before I let go. Okay. This is looking pretty good. And so I have the arm out a bit like this. based entirely off how well it came out, the warp spider might be your favorite. Mate, it's just because warp spiders are so good. Warp spiders are just the best. Okay. There we are. I like this. You meaning like the stuff Technic uses? I don't know what Technic uses for his snow bases. I haven't seen it. Scrolling back up, trying to see if I can find something where he's linked it. Because the textured shit that I've got is just like this really fine powdery shit. That's the only textured snow I have. Oh, terrain paste. Right. Okay. I don't have any snow stuff for that. No. I've got shit like the only texture paint that I have is stuff like Agrellan Earth and that sort of thing. I don't have anything that's more. I don't have any of the Citadel snow texture paints. But I think we're done. I think I'm happy to call this mini finished. Yeah, okay. I'm very satisfied with this one. This has come out really well. Very much like how we've done the base. So yeah, thanks for sticking around for this one here, guys. This is going to be a slightly shorter than usual stream today. But this is what we've ended up with. I really am happy that we decided to go with a snow base. Looks good. Gonna head out. Just wanted to stop in and say you're live since you've been gone for a few streams. Been fairly busy. All good, mate. Yeah, we're probably gonna call it here anyway. So thanks for popping back. Hope you sort of get a bit of a break from the busyness. Hopefully your life calms down a bit. But yeah, thoughts on the spider? Oh, hang on. Let's see. Very clean. Yeah, that is a very, very clean red. What is that? Also, I don't know how you managed to get the white that smooth without it clumping to shit. Jealous of that. But yeah, I am gonna call it here for the day. Really happy with how this guy's turned out. Not sure what we're gonna do next. We'll figure that out when we get to it. Maybe we'll go straight to the Perithian, who knows? Or maybe we save the Perithian for 1k. And maybe we just go on to our second Armiger. But anyway, I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.